Hello, people. Welcome into the closet.
Yes. You surprise me every time. I'm usually not ready.
No, you're not.
I will.
Very, very surprising.
What's up?
Not much. Just living the dream. Doing our thing.
I'm so tired. I'm so tired.
Here we go.
What I
Here
am.
we go.
I know. It's been a mess.
It's been more than a mess.
I keep saying it, but I'm not going to survive these teenage years. There's always something. I was telling, I forget who I was telling, probably Chaz the other day, our life could be a reality show. People would be interested. I'm telling you.
Oh
If
my
we ran a
gosh.
camera all the time and got every detail that goes on during the day, we would make money.
Yeah.
So if there's any producers out there and you want to give it a whirl,
If we just talked about the
Let us
stuff,
know.
all the stuff that really happened under our roof.
if we could talk about it, if we could share about it, but I'd be scared to
very
because I don't
entertaining.
I don't really want to embarrass my kids. But man, what a show last night we had.
What a show the last 24 hours,
When-
48 hours.
When two of your daughters aren't getting along at all and they're at each other's throats and throwing fit. Oh, jeez.
You know what's nice, though?
Please tell me something
You know
nice.
what's amazing? What's awesome is that we're back in the closet, literally. Like we're set up. We got the
Oh
fan
my
up.
gosh. So Jeff put up the fan finally.
I did.
The other day when I was whining and complaining about it, he went straight downstairs after the podcast. I think it was the Sunday morning coffee talk podcast.
It was.
Went straight to the garage. I'm like, what's dude doing? Came in and just like slammed the box down on the island. And I'm like, oh, putting the fan up today? Yeah, I'm putting the fan up today. And he did.
I did.
And it was a challenge. It took way longer than I thought.
Well, it's a repurposed fan. I took it from my father-in-law. He's throwing it out instead of buying one. And when I got into it, I realized that it's wired. It's set up for dual switches. So I only have one switch in our closet, but I figured out how to wire it so that it'll work on one switch.
Yes. But now the light and the fan comes on simultaneously, which is fine.
Well, yeah, we got two little levers up there. If you want to stop the fan, you pull the little chain, you jerk the
You're
chain,
going to have to get...
and you can jerk that chain if you want to get the light off and leave the fan on.
Needless to say, we finally have the fan up.
I don't
in
have the
closet.
bulbs on yet, so you're showing off the
It
thing
doesn't
without
matter.
the bulbs on. I haven't put them
It
over the
doesn't
lights
matter.
yet,
It doesn't matter. We're in the closet.
and there's a light bulb missing.
Okay, but the point is we're finally back in the closet because now we have air. We have a fan that I've been begging him to put up forever.
Oh, we need a light bulb and we need our bulbs, like the decorative
wait.
casing that goes over them.
You mean these
Yeah, those.
that are still in the box? That's
Yeah,
what we need.
I got the light and the fan up working.
Those go up there.
Yeah, they do.
Right. That's okay.
Anyway, what I
It's
was
up.
getting at is I'm glad we're back in the closet for a couple reasons. One is I missed the upside down community on the blinds,
Yes.
and that we can look and keep an eye out on our nasty neighbor.
We have a nasty neighbor.
We can look out and look at his "Don't poop in my yard" signs.
We have to talk a little bit about that. We have a neighbor, okay? For the lack of we don't really know. Well, we do know his name, but we're gonna call him.
No,
We're gonna call him.
butthole.
No, a name. He needs a name.
Jerk off.
No, he needs a real name.
Those are names.
What does he look like to me?
I have something he looks like, but I can't use
I
that.
know. So we're gonna use another name.
How about Bob?
Okay, let's go with Bob. Bob, our neighbor. That's not really his name, but we're protecting.
And
people.
he's not American, which
Nobody
doesn't
needs to know that.
which it doesn't matter. But Bob does not fit him, so it's very ironic. Anyway, we've talked about Bob before. Bob is very anal, and he recently got cool like a lot of other cats on the street. And I'm not knocking cameras. That's cool, but one night I got a video sent to me at 10:30 from Bob, a text. and it had a video. And what the video was is, and he has his house and his lot, and then he owns the lot next to him, which has nothing on it.
Right.
It's not pristine. He doesn't keep his yard in pristine shape. Dog's not pooping on the yard. Dogs in 2 years have never been on his lawn except for the one time when the dog got out. We got it. It's no big deal.
Right.
Freaking, my daughter's here during the day. Her friend takes the dog out. She's on her phone, not paying attention like any teenager. You see it on the video. So the dog wanders over, steps barely off of the street,
Right.
and pees. So he sent me a text, which I shall see if I can pull up.
You tell me you did not delete that.
Oh, no, I didn't delete it. I'm just looking for, is it under asshat?
Oh my gosh, he's not saved in your contacts as asshat.
He has a long name in my contacts. Very, very long name. Where did he go? Where did this cat go? He's hiding from me. He's way down here. This was a while back.
Well, anyway, he sent you a nasty message with a video attached of our dog and our daughter's friend walking the dog, and she let the dog pee, just urinate, liquid urination in his yard. And he got mad.
See, I have.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So I got the video, which is comical. But here's what I get from him. At 10:30 on a Monday night, as I'm sitting, just hanging, watching something jolly, I get a date. He has the date on there. Then he has, Dear Jeff Runyon, comma.
Oh, formal.
I am writing to inform you that allowing your dog to enter onto my yard and defecate is a clear and obvious trespass, as you do not have my permission now or ever to enter onto my property located at
Yeah.
blank, effective the date of this letter. It's not a letter, it's a text. Effective the date of this letter, you are hereby directed to cease and desist all trespassing. That part was in all caps. Cease and desist all trespassing. This notice is effective immediately and permanently, period. Trespassing in this case would include any intrusion of your person or pets onto my property, including but not limited to my yard at the address listed above. I'm not done yet, people. Continued trespass of your person or dog at large may result in notifying police and pressing charges or a lawsuit for damages incurred. Sincerely, blah blah. Please watch video below. It happened today evening at 5:49 p.m.
I mean,
that's an intense
so
letter, as he called it.
Is he saying we can't even go over there? Because our son plays over there.
Yeah, he said our person or our pets.
So basically, we're banished from Bob's house.
Well, I don't want to go in Bob's house.
Well, I don't want to go to Bob's house either. I'm just saying, like.
But Bob can kiss my ass. And you know what? That's just being nice. That's just being nice to Bob. But Bob now has to deal with me just standing in the road looking at him while he's out there watering his lawn.
Well,
he won't look at me. It's funny.
I wonder why.
The other night I went out there and he was watering his lawn, and I let the dog pee, and then I walked to the middle of the road and I stood there with the dog, and the dog sat and we were watching him. I was like, isn't it cool, man, how he waters that lawn? And he wouldn't look at me, but he could hear me. And I was like, no, Callie, we got to keep you out of that yard. I know that you want to
defecate.
Go in that yard and you want to potty bad, except I didn't say potty. And I know how I want to go in that yard and potty. So I was kind of having that conversation with the dog like a crazy person in the yard. And he was just kept spraying, and he got awkward, and then he'd go around the side of the house.
Did he hear you?
Oh, he could hear me. He was 15 feet away from me, and I was talking loudly, and I was literally standing in the middle of the road in front of his house, facing his house.
We're going to have the cops show up at our house one day, and I can't wait. Because any cop that's called because our dog, accidentally, twice since we've lived here in a year.
He's averaging one time a year he gets in their yard some way, shape, or form.
Accidentally. Because somebody opens the door and the dog bolts. It happens to everybody. And the dog goes over there and poops in his yard, which we cleaned up. A cop, they don't have time for that. Okay, there's no time for this. This is not hurting anything. Our dog is not digging up his yard. Our dog is not hurting. Well, he doesn't have animals, obviously. Not hurting anybody. Didn't bite anybody. Didn't attack anybody. Just took a dump. Okay, a cop is going to laugh him back into his house.
And the thing is, this was just a little pee next to the road. It didn't hurt anything. And the time he pooped, I was here, and I went over and I cleaned it up. I apologized. I said, as you know, the dog's never off the leash. He just got out of the house because my kid couldn't control him. Sorry, they're fast. Dogs are fast.
Dogs are fast.
And he knows you don't want him in your yard. If you didn't care, he would have pooped in somebody else's yard.
Probably.
This is the same guy that constantly tells me that you can call and have somebody come and get the cats and take them away.
We don't want anybody to come get the cats and take them away.
I'm like, bro, man, those are my babies. Those are my little sweet babies. Izzy and Joey.
Don't forget Tyson.
And Tyson. I'm like, you want them gone?
Oh
and he's
gosh.
like, you can get, they get in. They
Jeff,
get
don't
in,
talk like that.
They get in the yard. And I'm like, I'm sorry about that. They're outdoor cats. They get in the yard, they get in the yard. If you got a problem, deal with it. Like, I don't know. But
at
anyway.
At the end of the day, he's a butthole. And honestly, he's going to catch me on the wrong day. I'm going to be in a bad mood, and he's going to be out there.
Catch me outside.
And he's going to catch me in a bad mood. He's going to look over, and I'm going to just probably say, I just been wanting to say this for a long time. And I'll probably say something.
He will not look at you.
Oh, yes, he will.
He will not talk to you. You know why? He won't, because you're a woman.
Watch.
And you're not worthy.
Watch me.
He will not speak or look at women.
Watch me. Watch.
I was talking to the other neighbor, really cool neighbor, a couple doors down. We were talking yesterday afternoon about it, and he goes, man, it really rattled my cage. Really pissed me off that he put them cameras out, because he said, I liked it. He said, I liked it when I take my dog out for the last time at night. I like to piss in my side yard.
Right.
You know, just relieve myself on waiting on the dog. And now I got to worry about them damn cameras. And I'm like, I know, man. I've done the same thing many times.
It's your yard. You can pee in your yard if you want to pee in your yard.
Thank you for the permission.
Well, I'm just saying, can you not? Or is that illegal?
I think it's legal.
I mean, you can pee in your yard. Why can't you? You're not showing anybody anything.
Well, I mean, this is very true.
You're the one with the camera.
Nobody's going to see anything. That's for dang sure.
If you have a camera, I mean, and we can't help what you see on your camera. He probably has it aimed at open these up.
Open them up,
people.
You should see. He's got them cameras. I saw him installing them the day he installed them. I knew it. I knew trouble was coming, because that guy's nitpicked ever since we moved in.
He doesn't like us.
He nitpicks though he nitpicks the other neighbors too, because that guy even said he does stuff. He's messed with him with his dog. Because the thing is we live in the cul-de-sac. Like, there's 2 dead lots at the end of the street and then the cul-de-sac. So everybody in the neighborhood likes to walk their dogs to that cul-de-sac and let them do their business down there in that extra lot, you know. And so his lot bumps up against the other lot, and people just let their dogs go in his side lot. And now he has all these little dog signs. They're little dog signs that have a dog in that nasty pooping crouching position, and it has a big red circle with the line through it, and he has them all over his yard. And I'm like, dude, that looks worse than dog shit in your yard.
Yeah, because nobody's going to see the dog poop. And actually, we're fertilizing your yard. Isn't it fertilizer? Won't it turn into like...
Look, I don't want people just bringing their dogs up and letting them crap in my yard either without cleaning it up.
I know
right?
that. I know that.
So I get that, but my dog didn't crap in his yard. My dog pissed on the edge of his freaking lot, not even his yard.
He just has issues. Okay? We're just going to chalk it up to Bob needs laid. Bob needs laid, and he'll lighten up.
Bob needs laid. You know what I like about Bob?
Nothing.
Not much. But when I get to stand there and watch him out there with his wonderful submissive wife doing the yard work, and he stands with his arms folded like Hitler, standing around just watching her.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, get in there. Help her out.
He does yard work. I've seen him do it.
I have too. He wears a mask.
It's just weird. Anyway, we didn't mean to take this whole podcast
This
about
is
Bob.
the Runyons complaining, but this is funny. In a way, it's funny. It's really funny when I've told my brothers and all my buddies, and I constantly get like text messages like, thanks, get some gay porn. We've got the Mormons scheduled for next Tuesday. We've got the Jehovah's
dear
Witness
Lord.
scheduled for the following week to show up at his house.
Next time
Craigslist garage sales are going out.
Nice. Next time he's out there working on his yard, I'm going to put on my skimpiest bikini, and I'm going to get Maddie's trap music, and I'm going to turn it way up on the speaker, and I'm going to wash my car real seductive like.
Ooh.
Right. I'm going to.
No, I'm going to put cameras up.
Just to ruffle his feathers.
I'm going to put some cameras up. Man,
No, it's not for the cameras. I'm going to wait till he's out there live in action.
Oh, dude, he'll get in that house and bunker down in his basement if he
And
sees
then he'll
you.
come over and he'll complain for indecent exposure.
He'll
and
text me.
he had to witness it, and now he's scarred for life. I don't care.
He'll text me and he'll say, I have this permanentness
Stop it.
in my pants.
No, he doesn't. That doesn't turn him on. I don't think that would even I think that would bother him. That's why I'm doing it. I'm doing it to try to turn him on. I don't want Bob turned on. Dear goodness. I'm just saying, I think it would bother him because he's that uptight.
I really tried to get along with Bob at first. Had a lot of conversations out there.
You know? Sorry, Jeff. I'm sorry to disappoint you. Bob does not like
Bob
you.
unfriended me on Facebook.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
He does hate you. If you're unfriended on
He literally
Facebook,
unfriended me on Facebook. Who unfriends somebody on Facebook?
somebody that hates their guts.
Who has even the time to think unless you're being harassed?
I wonder if he blocked me on Facebook.
I get unfriending someone on Facebook if they're harassing you, but I don't get on Facebook enough to do anything, let alone find somebody that lives across the street and unfriend them.
Ew, that is so good.
Now, does it bother me? No. I'm okay with that. That way I won't get weird stuff on New Year's Eve, some weird person singing Happy New Year.
That was funny. Jeff got a Happy New Year
creepy,
text.
man.
I know. He has it out for you. He probably has from the beginning. I would sleep with one eye open. Because you're going to go out there and you're heckling him, and he's just calmly watering his yard, plotting your demise. Watch.
He's plotting my demise?
Yeah, he doesn't like you, man. He
What
doesn't
kind of
like
demise
you.
is he going to plot?
He's going to come get you.
What's he going to do?
He's going to hurt you.
He can't hurt me.
Oh, he has his ways, I'm sure.
How?
Jeff. He's smart, I can tell.
That's stereotypical.
He'll hire people to do his dirty work for him. And
He's too cheap
I'm
to freaking
going
hire
to
anybody.
wake up with a horse head in my bed.
He's not the freaking Godfather.
How do you know?
You just look at him and how he acts.
But I'm just saying, maybe I'm trying to say how do I put this without he seems crazy, okay?
Listen.
He just seems crazy.
Well, that's a good point because, I get having cameras on your house. I wouldn't mind to have some on mine. And when I would check them? When my mailbox got knocked down, right?
Right. Or
I would
missing
never
from your house.
catch a dog peeing on the edge of my yard at 5:39 p.m. because I would never be watching unless there's a reason to watch.
Well, you know what? Does he work? I don't know.
He does.
Wonder what he does.
He works for the state.
How do you know?
It's on his Facebook page.
I'm gonna have to look him up on Facebook. I just don't know his last name.
Yeah.
So anyway,
I can hook you up with that.
okay, because I bet he blocked
We're
me
not
too.
friends though. He didn't block me. He just unfriended me.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Anyway, anything else about Bob before we maybe move on to something else?
Bob's a douche.
So now we have two neighbors. The one neighbor ruffled my feathers the beginning when we first moved here. Now, she hasn't bothered me in a while.
She waved at you tonight.
She did
I
wave
think
at
you guys
me
are
tonight.
tight now.
No,
I think
we are
everything's healed up.
not.
Time has
no.
healed. Time has fixed the wounds.
Because she made me get up out of my car, and I think she knows not to bother me anymore.
I'm pretty sure she does.
I can go as fast as I want to go in the neighborhood. I've got it under control. Thank you.
Let's switch gears
Okay, let's do. I'm up for switching gears.
and let's get into some urban dictionaries I've saved up
Okay.
to finish out this podcast.
I haven't been on Urban Dictionary in a hot minute.
Well, here we go. I'm gonna give you some urban dictionary
What
stuff.
made you research these words?
Well, all of a sudden, I start getting notifications from Urban Dictionary out of the blue.
Oh, like word of the day?
Word of the day.
Yeah, I get those.
Yeah, so I look at them,
Right.
and if I think they're fun, I hit the little
Ooh,
Thing
I
up
didn't know
there.
you could do that.
yeah. You just hit that right there,
Yeah.
and it'll save it in that folder, and then you just go to 'em.
Okay, good to know.
It's fun. It's fun.
So what do you got?
Well, let's see. Go off, GOAWF. Go off equals go off. Pretty much just talk your shit. So that's not a real big one. That's not. Why is that even in there?
I don't
Ooh,
know.
I'm not even in my. Now hitting licks.
I was gonna say.
Sorry, people. That was
Jeff,
just-
that was terrible.
That's just one that was on the regular page. Now I'm in my folder.
We talked about hitting licks the other day on our podcast.
Did we?
Yeah, when we did a lyrical breakdown of the song.
Okay. Well, now we'll do the definition.
You already told the definition.
Well, I'm going to read it and
Okay.
give an example because
Perfect.
because there's going to be different people that listen to this podcast.
Hitting licks is robbing your liquor store.
It's originally described the act of robbing liquor stores, evolved now to mean any sort of robbery or thievery. I'm hitting licks for a living.
So he's robbing things.
You're robbing stuff.
All right.
You're a thief.
My dad's side of the family, my cousins, they hit licks.
I can remove that bookmark now.
Did you hear me?
I heard you.
They were bootleggers and they.
You got that was an inch. I don't know if I've ever told my stories of going to Kentucky as a college kid with you and your family.
Well, I have a side of the family that's
They were bootleggers in a dry county in Kentucky.
right.
They were rough.
They were rough.
They liked strip clubs, fishing, moonshine,
Beer, guns, yeah, anything
yeah.
and stealing things and reselling them. I mean, that's what my cousins did. That's how they made a living, and they went to jail some. They made a living, hurting people if they needed to.
Right.
So they hit licks all the time.
They hit licks.
How I ended up not going down that road, I don't know. My family was split. Like, one side was real religious and went to church, and the other side hit licks.
Yeah, so you had the angel on one side and the devil on the other.
That's right. That's why I'm how I am.
You got a little bit of that side in you.
I do.
All right, here's another one. Settler. Settler. Settler.
Settler. What's that mean?
Within a successful, seemingly stable relationship, the settler refers to the better half, who in essence settles with their partner. This person tends to be either more attractive, wealthier, smarter, personable, or some other quality that would seemingly make their partner look inferior, to the extent that people begin to question why they would even date in the first place. The opposite. Oh wow, we'll have to check that out. The opposite of a reacher. Looking at the Janet Jackson and Jermaine Dupri relationship, it is painfully clear that Miss Jackson, if you're nasty, is a settler. Just like you're a settler in our relationship.
No, I'm not.
You're a settler.
No, I'm not. That's not even accurate in our relationship. But did we talk about that the other day, about how women feel more confident and happier when their partner is less attractive than they are? We talked about that outside. I think that's really weird.
That it came up?
No, the fact that you weren't even listening.
Probably not.
The fact that I read that some women are happier when their partner is less attractive than they are, or they feel that their partner is less attractive
a very common thing.
than they are. I think it's weird and strange. I don't
I don't know what it has to do with though. I don't know if it's like it makes you feel more secure because your partner's like feels like they've hit it out of the park and like they've overachieved, so they would never.
Maybe that
they
could be
can't
it.
do as well, and they would never risk it. They'd never risk
Or maybe
like,
they-
cheating or talking to somebody else.
Or maybe
because-
that they feel the person that feels like they're better looking is like nobody's gonna go after him.
right.
I don't have to worry about that.
Or maybe it's just like nobody's going to pay. Like I'm gonna when I want him on my arm, but when we walk in the room, everybody's going to be, the women and men are going to be looking at me. I'm going to be the eye
I
candy
think
in
that's
the
very
relationship.
arrogant.
I don't know that it's a conscious decision. I don't know that it's something you say to yourself out loud. I think it's something. I think decisions like that often are just something in your makeup as you develop, whether it be insecurities or the way you're raised or certain things. I don't think it's something you're like, oh, I think I'm going to be with. I don't think it's a strategy. I don't think
It
you
might
say, I think I'm going to be with somebody uglier than me so that I can be the most beautiful person in the relationship and everybody gives me attention. I think that it's just like kind of one of those things that
Yeah.
happens.
Some couples are really mismatched in my eyes. Because
Yes.
we're visual people. It is what it is. I either find you attractive or I don't. You know what I mean? And there's a couple that I know, a couple couples that I know. I'm like, what in the world? Like I don't get it. But I mean, I know that you can be with somebody and be attracted to somebody, and it has nothing really to do with looks. We've talked about that before. So maybe it's that.
Well, and two, once you
situation,
get to know somebody and you click, you get chemistry.
right.
It's not always about look. Plus, some people just get people, and it just does it for them, no matter what they look like.
Yeah, true.
There's something about them that just
True.
does it. I think that's the case too. But
Yeah.
there is something to that.
I didn't know that it was called being a settler.
Settler,
Settler.
and then a reacher is the one that's the lesser in the relationship.
So they're reaching.
They're reaching.
I got you. All right, what's next?
Spill the tea, sis.
Oh gosh. Spill the tea, sis?
Spill the tea, sis.
Is that like spill the beans?
I think so.
Like you're telling a secret?
When
Like
you and your
spill it?
friend has when you or your friend has hot drama that needs to be told.
Okay, that's like spill the beans. They're just reaching here.
Yeah, that's not a big deal. I'm sorry I put it in my folder.
that
I'm an
right?
idiot.
No.
I'm an idiot.
Gosh, you're dumb. No. Just kidding.
Oh, this is what I call you.
Oh boy.
That I wrote it on one of your cups at night.
Oh, you did?
Baddie. Baddie.
Batty.
Yeah.
Did you write it on one of my cups? Yeah, I think you did. No, I remember.
A baddie is a girl who is super attractive. She slays whether she's wearing a tight dress or sweatpants.
Nice.
She's usually slim, thick, and has all the curves in all the right places. She's also a little bit sassy, which makes her that much more attractive.
Oh,
Damn, that girl is a baddie.
That's sweet. You get some of my cup titles from Urban Dictionary. I like it.
I do, yeah.
Very
what about
nice.
an Insta baddie?
Same thing, but on
Insta
Instagram.
baddie. A super cool person who's basically famous on Instagram.
Oh my
and
gosh.
is basically a bad bitch. An Insta baddie rarely smiles because they are too cool.
Oh
Or
my
they are
gosh.
that cool. Sorry. Their posts consist of mainly selfies or mirror selfies with cool sunglasses or with a drink consisting of a straw in their mouth.
Oh my gosh. I have some
That
posts
girl
like that.
is such an Insta baddie. Your post from yesterday is so Insta baddie.
Oh my gosh, that's terrible. I don't even have a comment on that. What else you got? That wasn't a good one.
Situationship?
We've already talked about this.
Are you sure?
Yeah. But go ahead and read it again.
We've talked about situationship?
Yeah.
A relationship that has no label on it, like a friendship, but more than a friendship, but not quite a relationship.
Yeah, we've talked about this. Or Maddie or somebody. Maddie brought it up. She
Oh.
brought up that term, situationship. But way back when.
So me and this guy have
You-
been talking for 6 months now.
You have? Are you coming out of the closet right now?
Me. That's me. The friend says, "Are you guys together?" Me. It's like we're together, but we're not. It's more of a situationship that's happening.
I think it's like you're just talking. You're not really dating.
I think that's it. It's just
I
talking.
think, yeah. I think so.
What about boys? BOIS.
Boy.
Boys. Boys.
I don't know. It sounds like a term that gym guys use to describe a bromance or something. He's my boy.
Here we go. Originally founded in 2016, the Boys are a group of highly intelligent, motivated Steal Your Girl operators.
Oh my gosh.
They're an international response team coming to the aid of all fellow boys. Most of the members of the Boys are based out of Clayton, North Carolina. In order to become a member of the Boys, you must be hunk as no. Gosh, I can't read. Hung as fuck, extremely good looking, rowdy, and you must be able to uphold a standard of darkness. The female counterpart of the Boys
you've lost me.
are the Goys.
Okay, I'm done with that. You've lost me on that. That doesn't even make sense.
The Boys are back in town this weekend.
None of that makes sense.
BOIS.
I know, but none of that makes sense. Bob's out. Bob is out in his yard. He's bent over. He's got a hat on. He's hiding from you.
Can suck it, Bob.
He's probably part of the Boys.
He is not part of the Boys.
I'm just kidding. Go on. What do you got next? Give me something good.
I feel really bad about this whole situation.
Why?
Because I'm not coming up with good enough stuff for you.
Well, I thought
My Urban Dictionary thing, it's freaking reacher.
Reacher.
Yeah. It's the reacher in the relationship. It's reaching.
I'm just saying.
That's not a good one.
I just was
You want to read this one?
usually love is love. It's not about the sex or gender of the person, but how they treat you. So as long as you're getting the love and affection that you need to be happy and love, then it doesn't and or shouldn't matter what gender is loving you. Bisexual? So yeah, often the term used by bisexuals are those who have no issues with swinging with the same sex as long as the loving is good.
Love is love.
A guy might say to another guy, I'm just looking for someone to love me. A
Isn't that
genderless
close to-
statement because love is love.
Isn't that close to like pangender, what we were talking about?
Yeah, I feel like that
Like
is
the pangender stuff we were
pangender.
talking about?
Yeah.
Like you as long as you're attracted to them, and the love is there,
Yep.
then it doesn't matter.
Yep. Sorry, now I'm scrolling through your phone looking at these.
You can always go out to the main page there and see if there's anything better.
No, grin fucking. Now we're talking.
Let's hear it. What is it?
Grin fucking. The act of being, and then this is in parentheses, pretending to be really nice to someone's face and then turning around and stabbing him in the back.
Oh.
Laura told me she loved my outfit, then told Mike I dressed like a whore. I can't believe she grin fucked me like that. What a grin fucker. We used to call that backstabber or fake, but hey, I like that term a little bit better. Probably most of the high school kids are grin fuckers. That's what I'm thinking.
Mostly, yeah.
But anyway.
Oh, we're done. We're done with this.
You're just all hot and bothered because
I'm not hot and bothered.
Bob's out.
I'm not.
And
hot
Jeff
bothered.
wants to go heckle him, I think.
I don't want to heckle
You're
him.
itching. I can see you're itching to do it.
I just want to see how his day was.
You're going to go get Ryder, and you're going to take Ryder out. Just stand in the middle of the street and let Ryder just bark continually at him.
Oh, he
Because he will.
He will bark like crazy.
Until he says something to you.
He won't.
Oh, I bet he would break. It would be a type of torture for him just to have you standing there in the middle of the street looking his way with Ryder, our biggest dog, just barking his head off at him.
I don't want to be threatening. I don't want to come across threatening.
I
just
do.
want to make him uncomfortable.
Oh, I do. I'll say something one day. You know I will. Those of you who know me know if you get me on the wrong day.
Which is, there's one of those a year maybe.
Don't know about that.
You don't have a lot of bad days.
I I have days where I'm very opinionated and I will open my mouth and who knows what will come out.
That is every day. We podcast. If anybody listens to this, they know how opinionated you are.
That's what I'm saying. You're going to get me on a day where I'm going to tell Bob exactly what I think and where he can take his cameras.
Can you record it?
Probably. I usually do have my phone with me and I'm good at recording things. So yeah, I could do that.
Okay.
You'll be proud of me.
I can't wait.
Okay.
Well, folks, whatever you do, do it well. How about that for some inspiration? Bam.
Oh my gosh.